Since inception some years ago, the Wise Women Other Empowerment Forum (WWOEF) has been empowering women to be financially independent. This year 2023, the forum led by Mrs. Ayobami Oluwatosin Yohana has organized another empowerment program held on Sunday 17 December. The yearly empowerment scheme is in line with the Wise Women Empowerment Forum commitment to reduce poverty among the women populace in the society. Speaking at this year's event, Mrs. Ayobami Yohana said the forum is committed to putting smile on the faces of women by empowering them through the procurement of equipment that can make them self-reliant in their trade of choices.
Set to put smiles on 6 women's faces again by empowering them in the area of their choices as usual, because it has been our custom to carry out these assignments yearly since we began, and I cannot but tell you why we resulted in empowering women this week.
She used the event to laud her husband, Senator Amos Yohana, and one other member of the Board of Trustees for supporting the initiative with both financials and material resources all the time. She then promised that the forum empowerment program for year 2024 will be more elaborated.
With the help of God, with the help of the Board of Trustees, and with the help of my husband, members too, they don't relent. We do it together. They bring their quotas, Board of Trustees bring their quotas, I bring my own, my husband join with my own. We carry it out and we talk to family and friends. Family and friends to support us with the little they have. We are able to do more than last year. Government should please come down to our aid. The NGOs, they should come to our aid, especially the genuine and sincere NGO, because we know the people to their grassroots. We know the people that are really suffering. We know the people that really need this. We should stop pouring water into the oceans. We should pour this thing to right channel. If you just get an NGO, just make sure it's a genuine and a good one. Empower the NGO to empower the needy under them, whether within their local government, whether within their environment, whether within their state, anyhow. The government should just come to our aid, because we cannot do this alone. So we are pleading, we are begging government to look out for the genuine and sincere NGO like ours and empower us to empower the needy under us.
Senator Amos Yohana, while speaking at the event, ascribed the project to be divine arrangement of God to announce his name going by the economic reality in the country. He therefore called on every well-meaning Nigerians who are financially buoyant to join hands in reaching out to the poor as the best way to overcome this economic situation.
If God has blessed you, you may think He has not blessed you enough, but that is being ungrateful. If you are somebody who is grateful, you will be contented with what you have. And you should be able to learn that there are people who are less privileged than you are. And that is what is helping us. Because for us, it's not that we have. It's just that we say we can still help other people. Because there are people who are less privileged. There are people who are poorer than us. There are people who will definitely want to receive help from us. So we can cut down some things so that we can fill in the gap in other people's lives. And for those who do not have, they should not be despondent. They should not be depressed. They should always look to God, that He has a way of reaching out to everybody. Abraham Lincoln once said that God must care for the poor because He made them many.
It's a mandate, and we look at it, no matter what the economy is saying, it must be a do thing. Putting smiles on people's faces, empowering the less privileged, the widows and the less privileged one. And that had been our source of joy, making people happy, giving them means of livelihood, because it is better to empower somebody than to keep giving fish. Teach the person how to fish. Be a useful vessel. If I can put a smile on somebody's face the next person to me does that, and the chain continues, then the world will be a good place to live. To our government, I think what we as individuals, without support from anybody, no support from the government of Nigeria, no support from anywhere, if we can put our resources together, our little meager that we have, if we can pull it together and put smiles on people's faces, I think the government of Nigeria should do more. Have a home for the aged and the less privileged, so that Nigeria will be good for it, rather than people looking for how to get out of the country. And people, we have so many on the street begging for survival. Let our government set aside the resources to take care of these people, and Nigeria will be the best place of survival and the best place to be.
The empowerment program also featured lectures from Pastor Tope Olowokere and Dr. Sam Adedoja, whose their lectures centered on spiritual benefit of giving to the poor and medical implication of high blood pressure, respectively.
There is no way you can please God than to love your neighbor. You understand? Yes. When you love your neighbor or you love anybody and you continue to affect his life, God will be very happy with you. Why do I say this? See, in that message, Jesus said, those of you who are giving to those around you, you have given unto me. God himself, he created us for a purpose. That purpose is to help others, not for our own alone, not of ourselves alone. Even that person around you needs your help, and don't say maybe you don't have. The little you have can sustain, can help. If you can give him life, you understand? Don't say until you become a millionaire. You don't need to become a millionaire before you help others. With 500 you can help. Help. As you help, God is there to help you too. I'm only sorry for what is happening nowadays. We don't have the government that is having the interest of people at heart. I'm sorry to say it. Because we have lots of poor, lots of needies. See these people coming here now. Does the government know anything about them? And if there is no, what I will want the government to do is all these NGOs, let the government even empower them.
I believe that if she gets more support from the public, because this NGO, Wise Women Order Empowerment Forum, I think that it is, I can see the things that have been given there. I saw the machines. I was even going to talk about, when I talk about multiple streams of income, it's just that time didn't permit. I wanted to talk about grinding machine, and then I saw it being given there. So these are things that help those women to get multiple sources of income. How can we improve on that? Well, I believe that we should be able to get more hands on deck. We should be able to send this message out that this NGO is doing so and so. There should be more presence online, and then we can source for grants from foreign organizations too, where they have more funds to enable, and government can be involved as well. You understand? I think funds is one of the issues I see that the organization is having, but I think that particularly has to do with the problems of Nigeria's economy as of today. We hope for the best within.
The highlight of the event was the presentation of different working tools to beneficiaries, food and material items to other several participants.
People should join hands to help the needy. No matter what you have, no matter how small it is, look around and empower people around you. It's very important. There is nothing too small to empower people. Even if you start selling pure water, just make sure that you impart in people's life, especially when God has given you little. Try and impart it in another set of people's life. And as you are doing it, make sure you pass the message to them that as I'm empowering you, try to empower them. By so doing, the empowerment will continue to be flowing from ground to the up, from up to the ground, and before we know it, many women in this country will get empowered.